go. So, okay. What's your coaching philosophy?
My coaching philosophy is that everyone has to work as a cohesive whole, otherwise it's not going to work. So you can't have any one player trying to grab the ball too much or too little, because if one person's just trying to be the star, then it's not going to work. So you have to make sure that everything's like a well-oiled machine and making sure that every part is working exactly the way it's supposed to. So I always make sure that every detail in my coaching style is properly maintenance, and make sure that I have a relationship with all of my players so that we have like a good relationship as a whole, and then the machine of our whole team can do what it's supposed to when it's supposed to.
So you're a soccer coach, right?
Yes, I was an assistant soccer coach for high school. I was assistant coach for the boys soccer team.
Okay. What's the hardest thing about being a coach?
I think the hardest thing is getting to every player, because typically we would have like 18, 19 players, and you had to make sure that he had a relationship, as I mentioned, with all of them, and getting to every single player and having that personal relationship was really, really hard, because you would have some that were the starters, and I had to give a lot of attention to them, but even the ones that weren't the starters, maybe like second or third string, I had to make sure to get to them as well. So just making sure that you have a personal relationship with all of them while still keeping that coach like professionality was really hard.
Okay. What is the best thing about being a coach?
Best thing about being a coach is getting to influence the players in some small way. Like, you might help some kids that have some bad home lives, or some that have like not such a good work ethic, and you can kind of see the change from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, especially if you get to see them for multiple years. You can see how they grow, and I can see that a lot of it was influence that I've had, not completely, but somewhat.
Mm-hmm. So that was the best thing about being a coach in your own personal opinion?
Yeah, in my own personal opinion, I think that's the best. Other coaches might say other things, but I think to me it's more of like an individual basis, one-on-one with a team, and I think that getting to have an influence with them is probably the best thing about being a coach, because eventually, even if we go on like state or something like that, eventually that will just kind of go away. But I feel like the influence that I can have will continue on in their life even after they've graduated.
Okay. And how do you motivate your players?
I think I motivate them saying that not only will you get like a title at state champs, or you win, or area champs, but you also get to make relationships with one another, and some that will go on even past high school, and say that basically there's only one winner for the year, and that if you work hard, then the fruits of your labor will really materialize in a really great way.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Last question. Can you tell me why you wanted to be a coach?
I wanted to be a coach because I really loved the game of soccer, and I really had a great relationship with my coach, and he was really, really a cool person, and he was always there for me, even when I had like hard times with my parents or anything that was going on, bad grades or whatever. He was always there for me, and as well, I just really liked the game, and I liked making that connection with other people, and really doing something good with my life that I think resonates like past the 4 years, and can really really just help the school as well, because if we have a good team, then more money and more sponsors can come in, and I think that it can make a lasting impact on both the school and my life and on the other players' lives.
So you're glad that you're a coach?
Yes, I'm really glad that I'm a coach. I think that's been one of the most fulfilling things that I've done in my life. And I think that it's something that I want to continue to do until I feel like I can't do the best of my ability. So if there's ever a time that I felt that I couldn't do it, then I would probably step down. But for the time being, I think that it would be really good.
Sorry, we're just doing an interview right now.
I'm sorry. Here.
I just need to get my stuff.
It's okay. So funny. So you're a soccer coach then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a soccer coach. I played...
You got 30 seconds.
Oh, God. I played a defensive center when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. And so I really, really liked it. And so that's why I decided to become a soccer coach, because I thought that just like my coach could have an impact on me and all of my friends, and I have friends that I'm even friends with like later on, that I could make that same impact on the other kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's been nice interviewing with you, Natalie, and I hope you have a great soccer season. I got 2 seconds. 1, Bam.